Welcome back, fellow soldiers, to not this week's Developers Briefing. As you've probably guessed from the thumbnail of the video, I dug a little bit inside the clickbait chest, but before you click away, rest assured there is something to come in this video, and I'll tell you what exactly. Last week's Developers Briefing, I haven't reported on that one. I didn't make a video because I thought there isn't much content in it to report because it didn't contain any changes that came to Hell Let Loose, and that way I thought it wasn't worth it to make a video about. But, and here's the big but. As I am scrolling through the Hell Let Loose subreddit, as I do quite often, I recognized the potential and also the value that was in this developers briefing, and that's why I changed my mind actually and decided to do a video about it nevertheless. And the title, as I said, is not fully clickbait. If you haven't heard about it yet, it will be possible for you to potentially become a creator that gets featured in the Hell Let Loose game, and that will be able to put something of himself or a part of your personal work into Hell Let Loose. And even though this isn't a immediate change that comes to the game, I think this will benefit the game hugely, and the submissions that I saw on the Hell Let Loose subreddit just enforced that thought in my head, and that's why I want to bring it to you. In last week's developers briefing, the developers were writing about that they want your submissions and your voices to be featured in Hell Let Loose. As part of their audio rework, they want to implement some screams and some mumbles and some moans of the community to be applied to the soldiers to make the whole experience just more realistic. And for that, they started a contest that is named Show Us Your Wilhelm Scream. That means the developers are searching for different versions of screams from you, the community, that can be sent in to the developers. They will audit them and they will pick the best ones, the best fitting ones for the different scenarios, and will implement the winner into the game, and the name of the winner will probably also be featured in the game's info. So here's what you can do, and I would really advise you to also check out the Hell Let Loose subreddit or Discord. Here you'll get a lot of inspiration and you'll see why I think this idea is very, very cool. The developers want different sounds recorded, if possible also together with video, so they can see how the sound is meant to be applied. But don't worry, you don't have to be a professional recorder to do this. Just take a simple audio program and just try your best. Upload it to the Hell Let Loose subreddit or Discord and get some comments about it, and probably you can also work on it. The developers, as I said, want different screams from you guys, the community, and they are searching for those 9, if I'm not wrong. First, they want to rework the sound of fatal damage, and to fatal damage they count bullets to the head, a bullet to the body, ran over by a vehicle, dismembered, or drowning. So for all of these 5 types of ways to die, you can make a sound and record it and send it in for the developers to audit on. They also want sounds that cover non-fatal damage, and here they are looking for 4 different sounds. First one is a bullet that goes to a body, a shrapnel explosion damage, a fall damage, and also a burning and or on fire damage. So just let your mind go around and think about a way how the soldiers would have screamed, what they would have said, on the different sides, on the American side and also on the German side, if you are German or a Swiss person or just any person that speaks German, you can also record in German. There are a few things though that you have to watch out for when you are sending in an example of yours, and that is it must be a clean original recording and it must not have added effects or reverberation, just so the developers can focus on the real sound that you want to bring over to them and in the end to all the community. If you are interested in doing stuff like that, then check out the description below with the link to the developers briefing. There you'll also find the audio quality. You'll find a list of the sounds that they are searching for that I just listed before. And it will also tell you what requirements the audio will have to fit to be featured in the Hell Let Loose game. Now, the last day of submissions will already be on the 2nd of September. That will give you about 1.5 weeks from now, since I am not the very first to promote this one, because I was falsely assuming that this developers briefing wasn't worth reporting. But hey, I've seen my fault and here I am. I think it's a great idea to ask the community, and also for you guys, if you are creative, if you think you have some sounds that you want to bring in, you can be a part of Hell Let Loose. If you win this contest, the developers will feature your sounds in Hell Let Loose. So once again, if you're interested, check out the description box down below, check out the subreddit of Hell Let Loose and also the Discord for inspiration and other players' work that they've already sent in. And most importantly, just have fun when playing Hell Let Loose and also recording these sounds. Now, we've also got a sneak peek of this week's developers briefing. In last week's developers briefing, the devs are saying that they will present their next roadmap in this developers briefing, so you can definitely be tuned for that one. Now, that's been it for last week's developers briefing. As I said, my fault for being that late. It's actually a very, very great idea, and there were some very cool projects on the Hell Let Loose subreddit already. So I think if you have time, if you have the creativity to do that, please do so. And as always, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see each other on the battlefield.